On the 16th of February 2009, the 7 Network released a ratings report. Predictably enough, the Victorian Bushfires got a mention, but it was not a solid journalistic pat on the back, nor was it of the warm, furry, we've made a difference kind. The exact words of the report were, "Sunrise dominates in breakfast television, up 42% on 9 with extended coverage of Victoria's bushfires." This, you would think, means they would actually cover Victoria's bushfires, the worst natural disaster that hit our shores since Baz Luhrmann's Australia. The list of topics mid-fire report, as was spelled out on Sunrise's website that day, gives you all the information you need to know on the firefighter who has yet to meet his newborn daughter, the arson suspect in court, Christine Nixon, an expert on bushfire cash grants, and the latest in multivitamins for kids. That's right. Sorry, Channel 7, my spirit of fellowship and compassion to my Victorian neighbours must have gotten in the way of my hypochondriac consumerism. Excuse me while my cynicism tries to leave my body through my throat and mess up your values with a wet slap. But, you say, 7 is only doing what it always does. It is, after all, a commercial station. Advertising designer drugs for children is how they can afford to present such quality reporting. The income from their advertisements funds their solid journalism, their hardcore fact-gathering. It's how they afford talent like David Koch and Melissa Doyle. Oh, look, there's Koch now. Maybe if we're really lucky, he'll tell us the number we can call to check if our loved ones were okay.
For more information there, call 180-2211. That's 180-2211.
180-2211. I called 180-2211. It was silent for 10 minutes. Nobody picked up. It's lucky that I wasn't depending on that information, because if I was, I'd be spending a frustrating 10 minutes in silence. I bet there were no shortage of other people who did spend that 10 minutes like me, because David Koch can't read an autocue. Calm down, you might say, Patrick. It's only a small mistake to make, and everyone knows what Koshy meant to say. Yeah, well, maybe they did, but it shows a real lack of respect, I think. I mean, these people at 9, at 7, they boast about how large their audience share is, and still they can't even be bothered to double-check fairly vital hotline information. I wonder what would have happened had they misspelt stimulus package. Again, though, my cynicism tries to break free. So not only did the Sunrise program capitalise by exploiting confused, scared and over-anxious mothers with unnecessary drugs, they made money off exploiting confused, scared and anxious fathers too. During the middle of it all, Melissa Doyle was at the Whittlesea Community, a base camp for people who lost everything and everyone, where at 8:28 on one cold February morning she interviewed Sam Gents, a man who was obviously in mortal anguish. Between sobs, he answered her questions about his children.
The last anyone saw them was they were running in the house. The kids were running in the house. I was blocked in by fire.
In a further insult to sensitivity, Mel keeps going. She asks the grieving man about his wife, Tina, and at 8:29 a.m, Mel watches hopelessly as Sam Gents gets the phone call live on air, which could tell him if his family is alive or dead. Mel tries half-heartedly to distract the viewers from Sam's anguish and personal hell, pausing only to offer him a pen. Bonus points Mel. While there is real news value in human drama, the Sunrise program took it too far that morning. It makes you think, what if the worst had happened and Sam Gents was left exposed and exploited in his grief? Would Mel have gone to an ad break, or would the network make them keep filming while the whole world crumbled down for a poor man in the name of entertainment? While national broadcasters like the ABC and SBS are bound by charters which enforce a level of tact and humanity, the commercial stations and the profit motive means anything is up for grabs. The entire bushfire coverage was more or less completely bunk. While in time the right hotline numbers and interviews were played, the number of insensitive questions, auto-cue fuck-ups, mispronunciations and heartless infomercials mid-fire reports make one feel sick. Of the 209 dead, I wonder how many were Sunrise viewers.